Hello guys and welcome back to the Daddy Cliff channel. Today let's talk about Kaist Korea. They have an undergraduate scholarship that is currently ongoing for those who would want to study in South Korea in March, that is spring 2024. Kaist is a very important research institution as far as the South Korean government is concerned. There are about 6 of them, and Kaist is among one of the 6 universities from where, or the university institutes from where, if you succeed in graduating either with an undergraduate, master or PhD degree from that university and the other 6 institutions. I made a video some days back. You might want to watch this video and know how you can go about getting a permanent resident from South Korea after your studies, in case you want to work in South Korea after you're done with your studies. Because like I said, Kaist is a very important university institute in South Korea, which is why they always offer scholarship for those who want to do undergraduate, masters or PhD. All you need to do when applying is that when filling out the application form, at the level of funding, you need to choose Kaist scholarship. Then they will consider you for their scholarship. But it is also important for me to indicate here that Kaist programs are in English, which means if you are planning to do an undergraduate in South Korea, most universities in South Korea do not have undergraduate programs in English, but Kaist has its undergraduate programs in English, which means if you want to do an undergraduate in South Korea, you can apply for Kaist. Other thing is that this is a science-oriented university. They are very much into science and technology. The only program that they have in business is business and technology management, which means if you are not a science student, if you are not in the natural science, do not even consider Kaist, because they equally have things like SAT, GMAT, most of those science-oriented exams, which will show that you are very much strong in subjects like science, physics, maths and chemistry, or even biology. You must be good in those subjects, which means if you have international exams like the standardized test, it will really go a long way for you to get scholarship into Kaist. But if you do not equally have it, do not worry. Kaist has a policy of equally ignoring that in case your grades are good. As far as English language is concerned, I said their courses are all in English, but you need to prove that your studies were done in English, which means if you want to do an undergraduate, you must prove that your high school program or you did your studies in English when you were in the high school. For those who are doing masters and PhDs, it's the same thing. They must prove that their undergraduate was in English as well. So if you can get a document from your high school indicating that your studies were conducted in English, go ahead and apply for Kaist. Scholarship. They have a fully funded scholarship for undergraduate students, which means they will cover your scholarship for 4 years of studies, which is equivalent to 8 semesters of studies. So you don't have to worry about paying tuition fee. And then another thing is that they would provide you with 350,000 Korean won, which is going to be your monthly allowance for you to take care of yourself while studying. And then lastly, they would pay your health insurance. They will pay your national health insurance because it is a must. Every foreign student in South Korea is expected to have a national insurance. And then it is also important for you to know that for you to maintain this scholarship, you must always make sure that during every semester you have at least 2.7 on a scale of 4.3. This is even way lower compared to other universities in South Korea. Some universities will require you to maintain a GPA of 3.5 on a scale of 4.5 or 4.3. So this is even way lower. I was like kind of surprised that Kaist has this type of low GPA for you to continue maintaining your scholarship. So like I said, when applying online, all you need to do is ask them to consider you. There is an option for you to indicate that you want the Kaist scholarship, and they will not request you to show proof of funds before you can study in South Korea. If you do not select the scholarship option, know that when applying for a visa, you would need to prove that you have money to go and study in South Korea. You will need to provide a bank deposit. Know that for the first year of studies at Kaist, they have the possibility for you to probably apply to go and do maybe physics. After 1 year of studies, you can then decide now to either do maybe mechanical engineering or maybe computer sciences, which means they always allow students to study their main major for the first year, and then after that they will then decide if they really want to continue with that major in their second year. It is a student's decision. And also the students can actually change their major without them needing to provide any additional requirements for them to change their major. That's just the policy with Kaist, because the truth is that sometimes people can choose a major and then after a year they might want to maybe change to something else. They might be like, this major is not really fitting for me, I might want to change. So you have that latitude of changing your major during your second year at Kaist when you're doing your undergraduate degree. And finally, for you to apply to study at Kaist, it is also very important to note that you have to pay an 80,000 application fee. You have to pay it online for your application to be considered complete. So you would provide your application first online, and then if you pass the screening phase, that's when they would require you now to send your original documents, your authenticated documents or your apostille documents, because it is very important for you to authenticate your documents either at the Korean embassy or apostille it if your country is a member of the apostillation convention. This is for them to know that your documents are not fake. It's very important that you do that, and also make sure you pay the application fee. I know that money is too much, but that's just the policy with Kaist. You must pay application fee for you to get admission into the university, for them to process your application. For those of you applying for the Global Korea Scholarship, I think Kaist is a second possibility for you to apply. In case you don't succeed in the Global Korea Scholarship, do not put all of your focus on the Global Korea Scholarship. Apply for Kaist. If it happens that you don't succeed in the Global Korea Scholarship, you might succeed in the Kaist Scholarship. If it happens that you succeed in getting the Global Korea Scholarship, you can go ahead and continue with the visa process for Global Korea Scholarship. If it happens that you don't succeed and you probably succeed in Kaist, you can go ahead and process your visa for Kaist. If it happens that you succeed in getting both, you can go ahead and apply for the Global Korea Scholarship. Do not always let the opportunities to go away. Unfortunately, the Global Korea Scholarship does not have any application fee. So I would request that if you are authenticating your documents, authenticate also documents that you can apply for both Global Korea Scholarship and Kaist. That being said, guys, if you find this video important, if you think it was educative enough, make sure you like, subscribe if you've not yet subscribed to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.